Okay, good morning. Just a few updates on the garden. It is Sunday the 17th of May. Very first thing, bit chilly, and we're due rain later. So, what have I been up to? Well, first of all, I've repurposed that old table that I had at the bottom of the garden that I was going to put on Marketplace, and I'm going to use it to display some plants, which, as you see, this is my first attempt. I don't think it's not quite working in the way I want it to work, so I need to rethink that. Perhaps something taller at the back. And then you can see my little stand here, which I've just is now completely sort of planted. And then there's not much else going on. I still have a pond full of weed. But along here, I've done quite a bit of work. It is now completely been completely cleared of all the rubbish that was there. And I've just put these two items here, possibly for the time being. Of course, I'm painting the rear of the bungalow, which is why I had to clear this space, because I've got to get ladders up to the gable end. I've done some of the paintwork. I did some of it yesterday up to the top of the kitchen window, and I painted the sill. I also painted the pipework black. I did a bit of a cock up here because I've got all bits of stuff sticking to it, which isn't the best. It's all actually all coming off. I might be able to get that off without actually having to repaint it. I'll deal with that later. So yes, all that's been painted, that's been cleared. The stone trough, which used to be an alpine trough, which used to be up against the wall there, I've dragged here. That was an effort and a half, I have to say. And it'd be nice to have an alpine bed in there, but I'm not sure how much sun it gets. In fact, I know it doesn't get much sun until later on in the afternoon. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, but I think that looks better there. And then the potting bench at the moment is up here. Now this is only a temporary location because it's unsightly when you go and sit on that bench and you look up here and you just see that. So that is going to move back into the corner there once I've completed the painting of the outside. And then up there I will put back the lilac tree, which currently is just sitting down there. And other than that, I think everything is as it was. I've put one of these pot things on here for the time being. Everything here is coming along really nicely. We've had quite a lot of rain later on yesterday afternoon, which has saved me from watering. I still need to do something with this rose bush at the back. It's sort of interfering with the rose at the front. But you can see everything's coming along really nicely. Bluebells are lovely. And then up here, I love the little pine cone things, whatever these are, the needles on here. Such an attractive specimen tree. I'm not actually quite sure what it is because I lost the label. But that is lovely. And then I'm not sure about this. That might have to come out. Then the Acer is looking nice. I got rid of the jasmine at the back. And I planted something that was in that stone trough, which obviously likes shade, so hopefully that will be okay there. And then everything else is as it was. Everything's very damp this morning, so as I say, we've had a lot of rain yesterday afternoon and into the evening. So there we go. So the next stage is to try and paint this gable end. Now, I think it's going to be dry tomorrow, so I'll be able to do a bit more, but I'm not quite sure of the logistics of getting on top of the conservatory roof, whether I'm going to have to wait for my builder to start his work, and he said that he could get me a platform, hire me a platform that I could use to stand on to get up there. But it is looking a lot fresher and a lot cleaner, and this is just one coat of paint. So I'm pleased with that, because I don't really want to do two unless I absolutely have to. So there we go. So there's still quite a lot of work involved. All this area does need reorganising still. It's a little bit disjointed, I think. Doesn't seem to sort of flow very well. But I'll see. Well, I've got the decorating to do first. This area is quite nice, I think, with all the pots and so on. And that's coming into flower. Oh, isn't that lovely? Whatever that is. I can't remember. So there we go. So, a quick catch up on a slightly chilly and dry at the moment, but forecast not for long. Sunday. I'll chat later.